Hello everyone, it looks like Christmas has come early with a new Ghost of Tsushima game, Ghost Yōtei. Unfortunately, this is not going to be a continuation of Jin's story. This is going to be a whole new experience, which I'm extremely excited for. But at the same time, I'm not. I really want to see the aftermath on what happened on Tsushima and the possible seeing of the second invasion of the Mongol Empire. Even seeing the conflict with multiple clans like Clan Ogre would have been really interesting. But who knows, that could come in a sequel in the future, at least I hope so, because I love Jin's story and the character, and I really want to see more of it. Especially Jin's ass, one of the best things in the whole entire game of Tsushima. The game will be taking place at the northwest island of Japan, Hokkaido, formerly known as Izu. I want to talk about some details that I've noticed in the trailer before I talk about my idea of what they're taking inspiration from for the story of this new game.
And now, every Ronin here is after you.
In the trailer, I can see that we're dealing with a lot of bandit lords, even possibly Japanese pirates named Wako and Ronin. This could be due to the Tokugawa shogunate taking down a lot of rival clans, and a lot of undesirable people decide to move to Hokkaido in the game's universe. In the trailer, we've been shown multiple weapons that this new character will be using, like the Kasarigama, Odachi, Tenega Shima, being a matchlock gun that I've definitely mispronounced. And the last one, to me, looks like a katana and wakizashi combo, possibly taking inspiration from Minamoto Masashi. In the last scene of the trailer, we see a Kabari Kabuko helmet that is extremely unique and shaped. And this helmet is from the Edo period 17th century, because most of the weird helmets that you see from samurai come from this period of peace because they're trying to show off. Now this helmet, from my research, is supposed to represent a wave. Just a bit of a fun fact for you. The game also seems to be having a Western and Japanese mix, especially with the music, bandits and outlaws. Not the first game to dabble in this idea. Samurai Western for the PlayStation 2 is the first example that comes to my mind. As for the newest character in the Ghost saga, she could be based off the great film Princess Mononoke. That's a really good film, but that's more of a joke suggestion, but it could have some similarity because of the wolf theme in the trailer as well with this character. Or she could have some inspiration from Ishikawa Goemon, who was a leader of a group of bandits during the Azuki Mamayara period in Japan over time, and especially during the Edo period 1603 to 1867. His life details him becoming a center of attention and becoming a known legendary Japanese outlaw hero who stole gold and other valuables to give to the poor. So basically the Japanese version of Robin Hood. Now I'm going to be talking about some major events that I think are going to impact Ghost Yōtei's story. In 1603, the emperor awarded Tokugawa Ieyasu the title shogun. Ieyasu had authority to rule Japan in all military matters under the rule of the Edo period. Modern-day Tokyo became the seat of the government and the most important city in Japan. The country had been ruled by the Tokugawa shogunate since the early 1600s, a period of reflection and isolation from the outside world. The Tokugawa shogunate, lasting from 1603 to 1868, was a period of political control in Japan established by the Tokugawa Ieyasu. The Masamune clan was the descendants of the Takeda clan of the Wabashi province. The family later took the name Masamune and were given the area around Masamune, Hokkaido, by Hideyoshi in 1590. The clan governed the area militarized border region from 1603 to 1868. The Black Seal letter came from 1604 from the Tokugawa Ieyasu to Masamune Yoshihino, the first daimyo of the Dominion area, granting the Dominion's expansion with trade with the people of Izu. The Masamune clan built their fortress south of Oshima Peninsula near the north to establish trading posts. This colonization involved the massacre of all Aizu people, which are the indigenous ethnic group who reside in the North Japan who opposed the samurai advance. I couldn't find anything important around 1603 besides the new rule of the shogun, but Ghost of Tsushima was not historically accurate. This is why I believe they've taken reference from a later event that happened in history in 1669 to 1672. The revolt of Shishikushan was the Aizu rebellion against the Japanese authority on Hokkaido. It was led by Aizu chieftain Shikuken against the Masamune clan, who represent the Japanese trading and government interests in the area of Hokkaido then controlled by the Japanese. The War of Shikugen stands out as a watershed event in the history of the conquering of Aizu. Shikugen exploded into a scene as a charismatic leader who presented and was able to bridge the regional differences among Aizu communities, threatening to unite them against the Japanese threat from the south. The Tokugawa shogunate reacted by soldiering its own units from military alliances from the north and replacing local Masamune generals with men of its own choosing, just listing itself as appointed roles as defenders of the realm. Before I say anything else, I do apologize for my butchering of Japanese and Aizu language.
I don't speak Japanese.
I'm very sorry for that, but this is what I believe that the new game is going to take some inspirations from with its events, or possibly it seems to me they could just do the opposite route and just make this kind of its own unique story by making it just centered around bandits and stuff like that and have nothing to do with the people, but not maybe as much as historical facts does it, or they might have some part to play. Who knows? All I know is that this could be a very interesting and hopefully really enjoyable game. I'm excited to play it. Like I said before, I would prefer a sequel to Jin's story, but who knows? This might be, better than Jin's story, but I doubt it. Please tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think on the next Ghost of Tsushima game? Do you like it so far? What are your interests? Do you have any concerns? And what do you think about the setting and who are going to be our main villains and enemies to deal with? With that, I'll see you next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe because it really helps out the channel. Alrighty, goodbye.